Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Doing it all live. Doing it all live. Alright, almost there though. Setting up some last things. And I think we're ready. Ah, looks good. Okay. So, back with some Chess Journeys Arena. And it looks like I'm going to join in here. Maybe I can get Chess to impress. That'd be fun. We got Pirate BT99 Chess. I think this is their first arena tournament with us, so welcome. Let's see. We'll just play normal stuff. What is the time control? 5-3. So we've got some pretty long games. We can really take our time. I'm going to play C4. Standard moves. Nothing fancy there. I like to exchange. And then I will put a knight here. Probably put the bishop here. And see if we can get some stuff happening here. Okay, so put the bishop there. And I will go here. And if this bishop moves, I am taking. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit tempted to go here first. I don't do that very often. Here. Yeah, let's try that. That's what these are good for. These are good for trying stuff. So let's do it. I know a lot of people do this move. I've looked at a lot of games in this opening tabia. And a lot of people do it like this. It kind of forces your opponent to go here. Okay, or they could not go there. And just let you have this diagonal. And what's happening with this bishop now? That's a mystery. So I'll go here. We're really on this diagonal. Okay. I think I'm fine with going here and letting them completely open up the light squares with everything on it. That seems great. So let's do that. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it would be a lot. Doing something different today where you can see everything that's going on with the tournament. You can see the chat. We'll see if that works better. I don't know. Alright, my opponents put themselves in a tough spot. What are they doing with the bishop? Are they really going to do this? If not, why'd they play there? Like, what are they doing? What is even their move? Okay, they are going there. That is a bold, bold move. I wonder if I can even sack here. Like, could I even go takes here? No matter what they do, basically, I can check. The problem is, it's not like I'm really bringing anything too amazing. I think a better idea is just to go here, and then why not just play h4 and just have everything. It's almost like I'm playing at London at that point, and my opponent messed up and really early. Let me do all the things. Okay, that's even better. So you're going to take here, and then let me go here and just go there. Okay. I guess the question is, what if they are wise and they go here? Also, probably they're going there. So if I want to do this, I would have to do that immediately. I don't think I want to do that even. I might just castle long right now. Also, this looks pretty reasonable. If here, I would just go there. I think if they go here, then I am going to go there. Yeah, we're going to castle long. And I think I'm in pretty good shape here. I'm going to be kind of surprised if I don't get a pretty big attack going here. So if they go here now, I can take, just double the rooks. That becomes a problem. If they don't take, I've got lots of choices. I feel like here and here are both quite good. Also, this is not bad, and now this knight looks utterly ridiculous. I suppose they have like here, here. If I do that, I'm gonna go here. I think let's just crash through now while my opponent's undeveloped. Like if we look at the difference here, it feels like, I guess undeveloped isn't quite right, but we just have so much. Maybe we don't. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I'm having a hard time here. Like, am I like really ready or not? Okay, that's fine. Oh, they can go here then. So maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe that was a bad idea. But maybe I can go here. Takes. Takes. If they take here, I'm here. They're going to be able to protect that pawn, though. That's the problem if I do that. Okay. Yeah, I might have messed this up, actually. Now they get to go there, and then they can go there, and now that file is no longer available for use. Okay. It's an interesting question. Did I mess that up? I'm not sure yet. I guess we're going to find out. I think I can go here, though. And then, you know, bring the rooks along this file. Also, this idea to bring more pressure also works. Yeah, I think I'll just go here. That rook's kind of a ridiculous looking piece over there. Doing something like putting the rooks here, putting this guy here. That seems pretty reasonable to me. I definitely messed up the attack. I had an attack and I just completely blew it. Okay, not quite sure what that does. What do I want to do with the rooks? How do I want to do this? Here, here. Do I want to go there at some point? Maybe. If I go here, here, now the rooks can't come in. If I go here, I could like go there. I don't know. I think the answer is just build and leave this square for this knight. Let's just build up. Ah, there is kind of a problem. It's not a huge problem. But this knight can go in this square after I move. Ah, okay. I think that's a good move. Maybe. I think I want this pawn here, actually, as another attacker. I think I'm okay with the double pawns, is what I'm saying. I think that's actually not necessarily a detriment. And I think probably going here is the right answer to get this bishop out of here so I can land a rook there so we can come over here. That seems like the way we got to do this. If they take that pawn, does kind of let the queen in, which I don't love, but come on in, queen. And then this check. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that was a terrible, terrible plan. Now that I look at the moves that flow from it, I'm like, ooh, maybe that didn't work out so well. Because like if he takes, it's got the intermezzo check. Then if takes back this way, I can't even go here anyway. That whole idea is gone. Yeah. Yeah, and then if I go here and takes, and we trade rooks, that's not that good for me either. Like, all of this didn't work, I think. Which is a little sad that none of my plans have worked, and down on time and on material. And I feel like I had this one won, and now I don't know. It's gone. I don't know. I'm gonna take my own check here. I no longer want to. No, I wanted to trade there. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh yeah, and I can't really do that either. My opponent left the game. What? I have to assume they're coming back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, they're back. I'm gonna defend the pawn. Ooh, maybe I should have defended with the king. I don't know. I guess now we're doing the boom boom, bring the knight in. Maybe something like that would actually probably lose. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Okay, defend it again. What am I missing here? Oh, this hangs at the end because I decided to take that check for no reason that I didn't need to take. And now I'm just behind. There is no attack. Things are looking bad. I have no time. And I'm down 2 pawns. What happened? I was doing so great. How have I lost this game? Oh, I really took my time. This is impressive to be this. I don't think I've seen a time disparity this big. I'm gonna go here, here. I'm hitting this pawn. The king's cut off from it. I feel like, as terribly as I've played, that's too bad. I kind of have a chance, but maybe not. Maybe that sinks it. I can still go here. Oh, is it trying to go this way? And not actually preventing this? Yep. I'll go here, I guess? Was my way in? Oh, they're going there. Got it. They're just fully kicking me out. But I do have this check there, here. So I could be okay. No, I'm not okay, but I got moves, I guess. Okay. Go back. Boy, it's really tough. Really tough. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Go here. Now I do have... Ooh, giving me this check. Okay, that might have been a mistake. Let's find out. Yeah, this would be mate, actually, if he takes there. Oh, my. We got the mate. Surprise, mate. Okay. Well, I don't know if I deserve to win that game. We'll take it. I do want to see what happened. How did I let that one slip away? What the heck happened there? Okay, so I have to think here I'm winning. Engine says I am up 1. Castling is right. I'm up 1.3 now. And this is the move that is wrong for all the reasons we saw. So a much better idea is to first get this guy out of the way. Then let's say they play b5. And then I think we could... I guess we can't play g4 first. I think what I just didn't realize is that after this, obviously they can push by. I was thinking that would just be really detrimental. And now it's not as good because they can't clamp it down as easily. Oh, interesting. And even this, the engine says is really good. Because after here, here, now everything truly is breaking through, right? Like, let's say, yeah, right, and this is being hit, and that's the guard. Okay, so that's where it went wrong. It was a move I considered. I decided to push, thinking it was fast enough, and then suddenly I'm all closed off. Interesting, here I'm up 1.7. And the engine says, do this move that I had been thinking about. Oh, whoa, not there. Here. And then if I go here and here, then yeah, then I can just do my plans. Oh, I can't do it there. I think I'm just a little slow on my idea. Okay, interesting stuff. I'm going to jump back into the tournament and play another round. I'm tied for first. Yes, but then because I looked at my game, now I don't get a game. Huge blunder on my part to look at my game. Now I'm number 7. It looks like... Oh, there are only 2 games going. Okay. I think Chess to Impress must be paused. I'll see if I can... Okay, try to get him involved. Dress to Impress is... and what did I call him? Dress to Impress? NM Chess to Impress is my daughter's coach. He's a master. He's very good. Oh, I think he just unpaused. Will we get paired? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, well, he's unpaused, he said, so I don't know why we're not getting paired. That's weird. Oh, and Rational Point is also unpaused. Okay, I got a game. It is against Chess to Impress. Whew. His rating is only 2080. No, that is not accurate. His actual rating on here would be like 2400. So I don't know. He might not play much on here, would be my guess. All right. I knew with him we would get a Najdorf. Let's see what branch he's playing. What is that? I don't know how to play against that one. If he plays G4 immediately, that will really mess me up. If he plays G4 immediately, I will be messed. Also, okay. So now I think I do play this. We're going into this variation. Pretty sure. He is surprised. Ooh, that's surprising. I didn't think people played that, but maybe this is not the variation I think we're playing. I don't think I can take. Boy, I mean, I can take with the knight, and then they would take with the bishop. I think I have to take with the bishop. They take there. I'll go here with the knight. And now we can play most of our normal moves. Also now our pawns look really good. This pawn is often a weakness. It's not a weakness now, right? It's covered. They can't get at it. So it should be okay. Okay. I feel like Rook C8 has to be good. I guess they could still push that pawn. They would lose it, but it might be okay for them. I go here, I go here. I don't love how that looks either. He's certainly taken this into a different place, which is, you know, the mark of a master level player, right? I'm just like a mimic, just mimicking moves I've seen that are good in this type of structure and doing calculation, and he is a master of chess playing moves that are good. Okay, so let's see what the hell this shakes out. Oh, I forgot everything. I think in this line I'm supposed to go over here with the bishop. That's the whole point of this, is that you go here, you tuck the bishop there. I think I messed that up. I have not seen this line maybe ever in a game. I looked at it with some courses and some other stuff, but I don't think I've seen it in a game yet. If I go here, then they can go here. So I don't really know what to do here. If I play here, 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 I don't love that. I don't think I like any of my available moves. Yeah, I think that would be a correct way to describe this. I'm wondering about here and F5. Don't love it, but gonna do it. I can also go here. Hitting this is a little annoying. I would have liked to fix that first, maybe, but I was worried if I went here, you go there. What's that? Okay, now I can go here, right? If he takes, I take, he takes this for free. But that bishop is gone. Perhaps I just go here. Then he goes there, he can't go there. Okay, but I have to keep an eye that this guy is now tied to this square, which I don't love. And I can't really go here. This might have been better. Oh, I can't go here. But my pieces now don't look right. Like, they just don't look harmonious. They look a little bit out of sync. This is certainly not how I would have set this position up. You give me all day, this is not where I land. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was, like, if you give me my dream position, this is not what it would have looked like. I'm a bit tempted to go here now. Don't think that works, does it? Can't I just take here now? Because yes, that, but you can't get there. Oh, I guess maybe there, but then I would just come back. There's an interesting idea of an exchange sack here, perhaps, and then this, getting the exchange back, having my pawns be mangled. Yeah, I won't be shocked if he does an exchange sack there. It seems like a reasonable idea, but I think what I'm gonna do to also sort of throw a monkey wrench in is go here. And an if here, here. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Now we're hitting the queen through that, so the bishop can't move. Okay, I also have some discoveries here after. Which way am I going here? If I go this way, takes here, takes here, here, hitting that. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I don't know if this is right. I'm having a hard time figuring this out. Okay. So now here comes the exchange sack. No exchange sack. Ah. Instead I just lose. That's funny. I was all like, okay, and then instead it's just like, yeah, and then now there's a pin and you've lost. Right. It was much more basic than I had thought. If I go here and he goes there, that's fine for me. There is also not as bad for me. So I think that's how I need to do it. And of course, if here, then that's great. I can just move away. Though maybe not. Maybe that still wins with that check. So I could go away this way. Okay, so this allows me to lose an exchange only instead of a whole piece. I go here, here. He will have his rook invaded, which is quite bad for me. I can't guard it. So yeah, I guess this is the best I can do. There, here. And how's my rooking involved? Also, that's a problem. That seems good. I do now have takes, which is nothing. I'm gonna go here. Maybe bring my rook in through the back. Can't really see anything else I could do. Yeah, that's a right there's a master level move. Just don't give them anything. And if I go here, the rook's going there. So that's what we're doing. Then if I go here, then here, I don't think there's anything I can do now. Now I'm just down in exchange. And down in exchange can be reasonable, but now the rook can get involved, and like there's not much we can do. Yeah, playing Masters is annoying because they always find the best move. But here, I don't know. I don't have any moves, so we're just making moves. It's fun playing Masters until you get down on material, and then they just grind you down, and you're like, right. Okay, so I'm dead. So you're not going to give me chances. And they're like, no chances for you. The game is over. We both know. You can keep playing if you want. I'll go here. This is just to get my knight a little more involved. I mean, the dream would be, oh no, wandered into disaster. I don't see that happening. Yep. Over here. I wonder if I should have gone there. Then takes here. Nah, we can stop it just in the nick of time. How am I getting so low in these games? I don't understand. Go here. What? I got mated? Wait, what? What happened? I seem to have lost. Alright. Let's look at this because it's a knight, or if I really do want to see what the heck happened. Okay. So after F3, the book move is E5. That is the book move. That's the book move, and H5 is the book move. So that's book move. I didn't know that. This is book. All this is, we're all playing like grandmasters here. And then that is weird. The number one move by far is to just do the normal build up, and then I'm supposed to go here, and then let's say they castle long, and then I'm supposed to go here either now or in a bit. But first of all, he made a weird move. Not a bad move, right? That's a totally fine move. But I forgot my whole plan that I'm supposed to go here. I made the normal. Okay, that's totally fine. But then here, I made the normal move. Like, that's the move you would make in a lot of these Sicilians. But I forgot when you play H5, you can't just, like, let everything hang. You got to go here and here. That's the whole point. Go here. They castle long, let's say. Although that's actually out of book at this point. Then maybe you castle short, and now you've got a pretty even game. It's hard for the typical English attack to come because the king is much. It's just a different look, right? When you have the Fianchetto Bishop, there's a lot more safety. But I screwed it all up. Didn't do any of that, and I was like, I'll combine systems. And then it was a total mess. And here in here, it's even, but it's one of those evens where I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like, clearly I'm supposed to play G6, but what does that do? That looks terrible. Engine says it's terrible. So I come up with, well, maybe I can trade off those pieces and be okay. This is the other move I was looking at. That move is terrible because knight just jumps in. Engine says I should just move here now. And then after takes. Can he not take? Is that the deal? Ah, missed this idea. Okay. That's really the key idea in the position that kind of holds it together. I missed it. And then steamrolled. Only move. Totally missed it. Alright, so interesting stuff. So my takeaway from this game is I just have to remember, if I'm going to do this cool H5 move, the follow-ups are these two moves. You can't just play H5 and then play as if you didn't play H5. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so that's good for me to take away. Okay. Is no one playing right now? No, people are playing right now. Okay. So, I am in third with my whole 2 points. Chess to Impress has won both of his games. Alrighty. So we've got 8 people in the tournament. It looks like no one is paused. Oh, and the only 2 people available are myself and Chess to Impress. So it's not going to repair us. It's going to wait for more people to be available. Okay, and it looks like Brad Martz is in some serious time trouble here against Understable. What's the material like? Understable's up a pawn. Brad Martz is trying to bring a bit of an attack. The rooks are poised for a nice attack. But yeah, I was going to say, it looked like rook g1 was quite strong. It looks like probably best Brad can do is trade down. And I think h4 would be good here, just to continue breaking through. And I think that's probably it. Feels like h4 just wins. Yeah. I don't see what Brad would do against h4. Other than like rook f7 trade. Yeah. Okay. Does Brad have something cool with that knight? He does. Like, knight f4 is interesting. It's threatening big stuff, except for the knight's pin. Alright, here comes. Comes the end. The end is near, Brad. Ah, the push by, of course. And now the knight can go to f4. There's no longer the pin. Does Brad have something up his sleeve? I mean, we could go rook h1, but it might be a bit slow. Might be too slow. Could Understable prevent him from getting there? No. That's tricky. Now I'm not sure. It looked very obvious, and now I'm like, ooh, maybe not. Wow, does that work? Ah, okay. With the idea of just trading down. And now you're up enough material. I guess not material, but the pawns are looking weaker than yours. You can get the a pawn, you can move the king to h4 and work on that pawn. you've got choices. You could even go rook d7 and make it so the king can't move. You could go there. I'm not sure what I think of that move. Oh, never mind. You gotta keep the bishop there to hold on to the f-pawn. Certainly is an interesting game. Brad is fighting hard despite his intense time trouble. Oh, interesting. Oh, the blunder comes. The blunder comes under horrid time trouble. It's always hard to just keep playing perfect with that kind of time trouble. Alright, Chess to Impress got matched against Pirate. Hopefully I'll get matched against Understable or Brad. Brad with 0 points, a little bit surprising. Alright. I'm assuming I'll get paired against one of these two. The pairing in these arenas does seem to be rather slow. I don't quite understand why it's so slow. There's 3 people available. Me, Brad, Understable. Pair me against one of the two. And then continue. It's not that hard to do. Okay. I don't know if it's built into the system. That like it waits. Like maybe it gives a player who just finished a minute, 2 minutes before it pairs them for the next game. I don't know what the mechanics are. But I've got Understable. He's strong. He is better than me. But today might be the day where we take him down. Now that he plays real openings, it's a lot harder. Understable, when I first met him on the stream, he would play his own openings, which were, how do we want to say this? Like, objectively worse. Like, computer-wise, they're much worse. But would still lead him into reasonable territory. He would be down by the computer standards for a while, but knew how to play them very well and would always win. And now that he plays, like, computer-approved openings, he's even stronger. Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to go here. Make him decide on this. Okay. That's probably not smart because it just lets him go into there anyway. I think I probably should have waited. Like, there's no reason to waste the move here. At some point he's going to do that. Okay, now at least I can pin the knight, so it can't jump in. I'll go there, and if he goes here, I think I'm happy with that. It's a pretty weak-looking king side. Though the queen side looks very reasonable to castle on. I assume we're going to see this next. Quite a standard move when you take all the time to do that. But he wants that instead. I'll go here. Cementing the knight. Okay. That is a pretty cemented knight. I'll go here, here, probably there. Yes, I do have to keep an eye on that situation. I could castle into it. Could castle long. I think he's going to castle long, is my impression. I'm going to go here. I think he's going to go here with the idea that if I do take, boom, another piece taking its place. Ah, no. Going there. So that tells me almost assuredly castling long. Can we exploit that somehow? I think taking here is right. No, no, it's not. That would be very annoying. Okay. What I'm really wondering is if takes takes, takes. Can I give that up? Or maybe a better question is, why would I give that up? I don't really want to castle long yet. I kind of want to shroud it in mystery. Am I going to castle long? Also, am I going to castle long? I don't think I know 100%. This is the move I very, very much want to make. Okay, I think I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. The idea is to go here and then here. And it does not work because the knight could take that way. So that doesn't work. So I'll have to go here, give up the pawn. And yeah, probably not the best way to do that. Oh well. Oh wells. If I was going to do that, I think I should have castled first over here. Ah, this is a really annoying move. Okay, happy did that. I'm going to castle long. We're just going to do it. And then, I don't know how we recover from being down a pawn here. That's unclear to me. I'm thinking about pushing here. Takes, takes, takes. If I'm going to do that. Yeah, I don't know what to do. If I could have this queen like here and have the mating threat there, that could be interesting. Takes, it'll be like takes, 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 but it doesn't really do anything. But then maybe I can get my... Okay, so let's look. Takes, 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 here, here. I can kind of get my queen in. Let's do it. I don't think this works. I think it leaves my opponent with like a million ways to get into my territory. But I'm feeling pretty desperate right now. Wait, what happened? How can I not even go there? Something went wrong. Something went horribly wrong. And this is falling. Like, yeah, what a mess. What a mess. And if I go here, the queens get traded. So we're going here. Yeah, I could just resign here and that would be perfectly acceptable. I'm down 2 pawns. I have nothing. I just dropped a piece. Yeah. So that one move completely lost the game, which is quite interesting. I thought I had a cute idea. I think this also was a bad move. That's the #1 book move, so I guess it can't be that bad. The database seems to think I am ahead here, or at least equal, which makes sense. And these are all book moves. That's the first move that's not a book move, because it's kind of weird. And that's giving up that right to be able to castle. What is this? Notice? Okay. 3d7. Okay, this move not great. Yeah, because now I'm no longer guarding this pawn, which is... I mean, I have to be able to move it, but this was the disaster. Interestingly... Yeah, no. Yeah, right. There, and then there. And then I've lost. So that was the problem. The move I was looking at that I had decided on was this. And then I thought, like, they have to come out this way. And then, yeah, I've given up a pawn. But if they're going to castle long anyway, then I'm feeling pretty good. And indeed, the engine says it's about equal. But, of course, they could just take this way. And then I'm lost. So, a good game by Understable. Not too surprising to lose to Understable. He's very good. He's in first, in fact. Having played 2 more games than Chess to Impress. So, can Chess to Impress pull it out is the question. Dun, 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 dun. We shall see. I wonder how much more time I have. Okay, I'm playing against SB Shiki. Okay, SB Shiki is rated 500 points lower than me, but I have played SB Shiki and we have good games. SB Shiki is very good at chess. So, ratings as often are misleading. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm going to give him the isolated pawn and try to claim that I am better due to the isolated pawn. I'm going to go here. This way they can't easily push. Then if I go here... but then now the bishop can't come out. I did that last time and I didn't love it. I need to figure out an answer to this because I've seen this now a couple times recently and I've not had a decent answer of how to play against it. I think I'm going to go here and here. Assuming this knight goes there. Knight goes there. I go here. Yeah, this is even stronger for me. Maybe just castles, loses a pawn, does nothing, loses a rook. It goes back, or here. I mean, almost the only move seems to be going back, which is definitely not what my opponent wants to do. Can they go there? Yeah, I guess they could go there. And that's threatening my piece, so that's probably the best of all the moves. And then they won't even have an isolated pawn anymore if I take there. So I don't think I want to do that. I have an interesting idea of coming here and hitting this bishop. But Chess to Impress says understable work for Lichess or something. He hits a game instantly. That's funny. Yeah, because Understable's gotten 2 more games in than Chess to Impress. We're all uncertain what's happening. Maybe here. I think I tried to rush that a little bit much. I think I should have just developed my pieces and played regular chess. I got a little too aggressive here, and now I'm getting pushed back. Which is probably not the end of the world, but I don't think that was the way I should have treated this position. Yep. Just, you know, pushing me back. I'm going to castle next, most likely. My opponent's very close to being able to liquidate this pawn. Just put a rook here, push. And if my opponent's able to do that, then pretty much all of the advantages I've had in this position are gone. Then it's just a fully equal position at that point. What's up with that? I guess the point is now they can push. I'm just going to castle and say I don't think I'm going to be able to take advantage of that pawn. I just don't think that is a reality anymore. They do still have to keep guarding. In fact, it was hanging there. That was really foolish on my part. So, has it been hanging for a while? No, just now it was hanging. I have 1, 2, 3 on it. They went there and backed it up, but I think that's fine for me. I think I can take here. No, not there. I think I can take here. And then if they go here, I get to go there with check. Takes, then I would go here. Yeah, so we'll go here, and I think this is okay. I think now I should have a pretty big lead. At the end of this, they could take here and say I'm down a pawn, but your pawns are a little messed up. And, yeah, well, it certainly will not be an easy win. But I should be I should have a pretty big advantage now. Unless this is a really cute idea that I don't think works because of that move. But otherwise, that was pretty close to working. Also, my opponent is close to losing their... No, not losing their queen. Okay. Queen is backed up. That would have been interesting. But something like this would lose the queen to this idea. Okay. So SB Shiki is kind of going in the tank here, trying to figure out what is the way forward. How can he survive? Does he have a move up his sleeve that he's ready to unveil? No, he does not. I guess that move's not a total disaster. I think I can go here and be hitting this again. And if it moves, that goes. So almost has to put the rook there. But then I can just go take there. I'm up the piece, then maybe I go here. So yeah, I think I'm going to take this way. Interesting idea is this. I didn't even consider that. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's great. Because I was thinking the answer would be here. That doesn't work. But I think it doesn't work because of the trick. That trick. Which leads to this. Ooh, it doesn't though. Here takes with the king. I don't think that works, right? I just go here. And now we're just even and I'm up a pawn. Threatening to trade queens. If they trade queens, then my knight's developed on a reasonable square. They could go here. Maybe I go here. My pawns look lovely. It's just a straight up a pawn scenario. Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. This does look reasonable. What if I go there? No, I think I'd probably want to go here. Then they don't get to go in there yet. But I don't know. Looks like my opponent might be able to make some progress here. Maybe I didn't do this quite right. I'm not sure. I don't really want them to just get to here and then double for nothing. But it looks like I might not have a choice. Which might give my opponent just enough room to say down a piece doesn't matter. I mean, down a pawn doesn't matter. I have all the activity. So if I go here, that doesn't work because of the check. But this one would work. Yeah, so I can't do that. So I'll go here. And the rook still can't infiltrate. I'm not sure how to untangle. That is more challenging. I could go like here, here, here. Oh, I don't know about that move. They do have that with tempo. Go here, takes, rook there. Maybe that works just fine. If I go here, takes, is threatening mate. What about here, or something? I'm gonna go here and maybe that. Okay, so that gives me even more time. Now I think I do have time to go here. Yeah, I think now I can go here. You can go here, which is annoying, but then I think I can go there. Like if the rook can't get to d2, then I have no problems. I think my opponent had a decent shot. Okay, go here. Now I think it's over. Now we can just compete. Well, no, we can't compete over there. You can't get there either, so maybe that's fine for me. I'll probably just go here next. I don't care if they take. I'm gonna go here. Now he has to go away, and then if I take, that would be game. Almost out of time as well. Does order matter here? Can I go here first? Then takes there. I'm losing by a little. If I go here, yeah, that should be fine. And my opponent has run out of time. So I think SB Shiki had, let's look at, I think he had something interesting there. Let's look at, really the part of the game that matters is here. Right there. So that was a good move. And then why not go, okay, that I thought was fine. And that was the move I thought was a problem. Wait, what was it here? What was I thinking they could do? It was like, actually, I don't think it mattered. I wasn't thinking it mattered what my opponent did. It was that I was stuck, actually. I couldn't really do anything. So, like, maybe just simply this. And then I go here. And then I thought they would go here. Ooh, I missed that idea. That's interesting. Okay, so that's what I missed. It didn't work as well as I was thinking, but I totally missed that idea. I had this, and then there, and then that to get my rooks involved. Okay, that's something good to remember for future games. I don't think I know that pattern, and hopefully I do now. But then this knight move really cinched it, right? Because now I'm able to just totally plug the file, and now like the game is totally done. Yeah, all best moves there. Okay. So, an interesting game. We both played well. Shiki just kind of made the one oversight in the beginning, leaving the pawn alone. I missed it. Like, this was a huge blunder. Just because I can simply nab the pawn. I don't. And it's kind of like, ooh, you missed your chance. Like, now it's a draw again. But they didn't defend it. Interestingly, this is a draw because of this. I didn't think that worked because I would go here. And then here, and then now I'm just up a pawn, and I just move out of the way. I don't know. Computer says basically I think that like my pieces are so tangled and pushed back that I'm not doing very well. That's quite interesting. Last question for me is at the beginning, did I play this well? Okay, no. That is not the move. I've seen this a lot of times, and I remembered it wasn't the move. But every time I get spooked by this idea. What if they just push? And I'm like, ooh, what if they push? What if they push? I don't know why that's so terrifying to me. Because I think the reason is because I'm not linking it with G3. Because if you play G3, now you're on this pawn twice. Yes, they can guard it a second time, but now they have two pieces that are sort of stuck guarding this pawn, one of which is a queen. I don't think that can be great. So, yeah, that's where that's at. All right, let's get back to the tournament. I'm immediately paired against Speed Limit 55. Okay. Interesting name. I wonder what that has to do with anything. Oh, that's Daniel, I think. Okay. Let's just play our regular Queen's Gambit stuff. Okay. I prefer that people don't do that. Okay, now I have to go here or they can push. I know that. I can't remember exactly why. I've looked at it about 100 times now. Do I play c5 here? Takes. I think I go here first still. Then play c5. Okay, we should calculate whether I'm playing c5. c5, takes, there. Looks like I'm gonna... I guess I don't have to end up with an isolated pawn. Get some space, and things look fine. Things look fine. Are they about to go downhill fast? Maybe. For the moment, they look okay. I mean, if my opponent does nothing and just like develops, I think I could take here. I think that would be fine. I think taking here would be fine. Yeah, then I'll go here. Mess with the bishop. And then take there. I guess my opponent has this move that I wasn't looking at, which looks annoying. I don't know if it's devastating, but it's certainly annoying. And then I have to go like here. So I think maybe this is the move now. Or takes. Either one. So I've got him with an isolated pawn, which, you know, isn't on its own, you know, winning or something. But it's certainly a feature. It's a feature of this position that will be quite defining. Essentially, can I take advantage of it? Can my opponent sort of rectify any problems as a result of it? And how am I moving forward? I think I'm going to go like this. Probably there would be my guess. Oh, not seeing the hanging piece? Or am I missing something? Daniel doesn't seem like the person who misses a hanging piece. But I think he did. I think in a blitz game, anything is possible. What? What are you even doing? That's not a piece, you fool. Oh, jeez. What was more likely? Daniel missed a hanging piece, or I made a basic giant blunder? I think we know the answer. I think we know the answer to that. Okay. Well, rook sacks are fun, or exchange sacks are fun, I mean. I like doing them. They lead to interesting positions. I don't want to go here. So I don't want to... I feel like I want to try to get like my queen out this way. Like here, here. Would put some pressure on. Not that it would be great. But the problem is here. I guess he can't take, right? Because that's mate. So maybe I can. There might be a cute intermediary move. Oh, what if he doesn't see it? What if he just takes? I don't think there's a way to hurt me here and make it so they can take. Yeah. Well, this is pretty good, actually. That's quite annoying. Yeah, that probably wins because it forces the trade. Rational point says one more, then he has to do some adulting. Oh, nothing's worse than adulting. But yeah, I think we have to go here. Takes. We do get to pick this up, but then this comes and we're still dead. So, fun times. I thought Daniel hung a piece. I hung the exchange instead. How could I have thought Daniel hung that piece? How foolish can I be? Also, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna go there. I guess here, and then they take that, and it's just a mess. That's really all we have to say about that. Oh yeah, you'll take this then too. Great. Wonderful. Okay, well, you can resign at any point, I feel like, for this one. This was a bad move, moving away. Because now I can't guard this. I can't come back because of that. I think it is resignable at this point. Too many bad moves were layered on top of one another. So I'll go here. They'll take here. I'll get my check and then I'll resign. Check. Resign. Alright. Let's take a look. I think I played the opening really well. What's the claim I'm making here? These are all normal moves. E3. That's interesting. B6 is so far down. I thought B6 was like you have to play B6 there. That's what my opening knowledge says. Okay. Interestingly, that loses apparently. Oh, to this idea. Yeah, I completely missed that. Instead, computer says you should do this first so that you're covering that. Makes perfect sense. I did it after. He seems to have missed it. Okay, here I am winning. Yeah. Wow. I am winning. He did hang a piece. Just not the way... It's not direct. It's just take... Oh, I don't know, though. So then takes back. But then they take this... Oh, but then here. But then here. What is happening? So let's look at there, here. And then I guess we go here first. It doesn't look like we're up a piece, though. Then he goes away and goes here and saves the piece. And now we're up a pawn, though. Up a pawn with some stuff brewing. Instead, I was like, what? What? He hung the piece? Oh, I lost. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I had that happen over the board once where... Not quite as basic as that, right? Because that was like pieces guarded. But I thought I was winning material against a very high rated player. He was like almost master level, and it was funny, he was kind of insulted after the game. When I took the material that I thought was loose, he was like, you have to know that someone as good as me is not gonna make that mistake, that you are the one making the mistake. And I was like, actually that's good advice. That is good advice. Okay, so I may be in fourth, but boy, I got a lot of losses. So Speed Limit 55 has only played 3 games, has won them all, and has passed me. If I had beaten him, I would still be ahead of him. We're having quite the battle between Chess to Impress and Understable. They have the same amount of points, but Understable has one more game. And let's see, did they play? They played, and Chess to Impress won the game. No way even Masters missed up Chess to Impress us. Yeah, that's my attitude. Like, if you look like you hang something and I calculate and I see that it's hanging, I'm taking it. Now, might my calculation be flawed? Yeah, certainly. But I'm still doing it. Didn't we already play, Brad, and we already did all of this? Isn't this just deja vu or no? Maybe not. Okay. That move is weird. I don't know what that means. They almost always go there. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I purposely say weird and not bad. Because when I say weird, it more means that it's just not the #1 book move, and it's not a move I am well versed in. It does not mean it's bad. It often just means I have a hole in my openings knowledge. Alright, I'm going to castle. And then I'm going to go with a minority attack here. I think that's the way to move forward. Just go here, here, here. Okay. That seems to be the best way to deal with the minority attack. I haven't really figured out what exactly I'm supposed to do against that. Because it doesn't weaken the C pawn. So I think I have to continue at least with the beginnings of a minority attack against that. But that is, I think that's the next line I really need to come to grips with. Because most players don't play A5. It's kind of an unusual line, but it's not unusual bad. It's unusual why don't more people play this, because it seems quite good. So I'm going to continue and see how this works out. Okay. Now, how does this continue? I think I can just push, right? And then if they push, I can't take there. I could take here. They take, I move the knight, the queen. I think this is fine. Man, Brad is at over 5 minutes. We started with 5 minutes. Cool approach to the Fianchetto King's Indian, Daniel. I might go with a delayed knight c3 in the future. Okay, interesting. Some good stuff happening over there. Okay, so now that knight could take my bishop, which I don't actually mind. The knight could take my knight, which I don't mind. So what are we doing? I think I'm taking and saying I'm going to claim I got what I wanted. This is exactly the pawn structure I was going for. So that's great. Let's see. I think I want to move the rook to f1. Get on that pawn. Continue saying I don't mind if this bishop goes away. Like, we can see this is a bad bishop. It's not a functionally terrible bishop, but this pawn alone makes this a bad bishop, right? It's really going to be restricting its movement. Now if they end up pushing c5, then I'll like that bishop more. But for the moment, if they were to play knight takes bishop, knight takes knight on the g5 square, I think I would be quite happy about it. I also would be threatening the h7 square. It just seems like it would be a real disaster. And I'm not that worried about that knight. Like, it looks optically very good, but I'm not sure it's really doing that much. And I have this cute little move, knight b5, that I'm going to play next. Exposing the pawn to attack, letting me trade the knight for that bishop, which I think I will do, so that then I can slide my bishop down to f4. If I get this move off, I think I'm in good shape. I'm not entirely sure what they do here. Like, they've got lots of moves that are perfectly reasonable, right? They could Just put a rook on the b file. Lots of things would be fine. I'm certainly tempted to play knight e2, which would then allow me to play bishop f4 and get a similar situation. Wow, this is even better. Now I think I just win. Oh, no, no. They're hitting my queen, too. I was like, what? I win? So does this work? I'm hitting their queen. They're hitting my queen. I'm hitting this a second time. So if they just move, I take it. If they take my piece, I take their queen. They take my queen. I get this piece. I think this move works. There might be an intermezzo move I'm missing that's really strong. Wait, that doesn't work. They just take my, and then I'm down a piece. What? Okay, that didn't work at all. Didn't work even a little. So yeah, so now I'm losing. Now I'm losing horribly, and now I'm losing even more. No, not even worse. That's just a trade. Okay, good. But yeah, now I'm losing pretty badly. If I can get this in, I might be okay. I might even be winning. No, cannot get that in. This looks reasonable though. I guess the problem is that seems like it's also pretty reasonable. Then maybe I go here. Also, this is checkmate, so I lose. So yeah, not that reasonable. Not as good as that might have looked. I went from like thinking I had the game won to getting checkmated like 3 moves later. What? Huh? Okay. So everything was fine. Okay, first thing I want to look at is this move. I think this move is really good. Okay, a3. And he didn't sort of double down on preventing me from going into this. Okay, so like here, you could play b5. And then I think the idea behind that would be if I go here, you go here, and then you go there. And then I'm in trouble. But apparently this doesn't not work. So here, here. Yes. This. Okay. But in a lot of situations, that does work. Okay, so let's continue just on the game. So here, I thought I was doing well. Black is up 2.3 with this only move. This is the only move that allows them to claim that level of victory. And this version they also claim is better. Isn't it the same? How is it different? This is the exact same spot we got to, right? But we did it a different move order. What? This is -3. Oh, right. The difference is I got a pawn here. Okay, yeah. So I looked at a lot of things here. This is totally fine for me. What else did I look at? I looked at this being winning for me. And then I missed the only move, which is, you know, take the queen. Like, it's the only move that wins, but it's also the most obvious move. So, yeah, then I'm dead. I had no good move here, is the funny thing. This is the best move. And then they go here, and then now I'm stuck. Wait, why would g6 even be good? What? I think I would have been interested in playing... I don't know. Everything's a disaster. Because this is coming to try to trap the bishop. And you can't extract this piece. Are they putting it? Yeah, they could put another... Well, not quite. But maybe here. Okay. Wow. That's kind of shocking, because I feel like I have a very good handle on this opening. And I thought I was winning with this move. We're not winning, but like I thought I had the advantage. I thought this was a really good move. Better move would have been here, so that this can't come with a pin. Now this is, I don't have the cute, cool, fun ideas. We just do something like this. Oh, that's where the G6 was coming in. Got it. Okay. I think I might have to look at that game later as like an important game in my knowledge. Oh, the arena's over. The arena has concluded. That was the last game. Chess to Impress pulls it out at the very end. Congratulations. Understable was second. And Speed Limit. I mean, this is impressive stuff. Dude comes right at the end and still gets third. I mean, that's pretty good. And then Brad Martz with fourth. Oh, sorry. The third is tied, third through fifth. And then I'm leading the pack at sixth with only 2 wins. Let's see. I think this was a really high-rated arena from my perspective. Like, I only played 2 people lower rated than me. The other people were over 200 points higher. I beat the people I was supposed to, lost the people I was supposed to, and struggled. So thanks for coming by, everybody. Thanks for coming by NM Chess to Impress. It was fun having you. For those of you who don't know, that's my daughter's coach. It is Craig. He's been on the podcast several times. It's funny, Craig. I want to say, like, we've been friends for 20 years, but for like 15 of those years we weren't friends. Not that we were enemies, but like we didn't talk forever. So it's the funny thing about like adult friendships where you're just like, yeah, I'm friends with that person for 30 years. Didn't you have like a 20-year gap? Well, sure, but we're still friends. Just because we didn't talk for 20 years doesn't mean we weren't friends. All right. So everyone else, thanks for coming by. Ant Hammer only got 2 games in and went 50%. Pretty good. Much better than me. What, I get 1/3%. And Hurry Joey, no wins, but you know what? It's not about the wins. Hurry Joey getting the opportunity to play a lot of people better than him, working hard, hopefully having fun. Hopefully Hurry Joey had a fun time despite losing. I know it can be hard. There's a coffee shop. Maybe you've seen Coffee Chess if you go on YouTube. I went to that shop several times, and I was like, I don't know, I'm a tournament chess player. Like, I'm pretty good at like local blitz meetups. Those people thrashed me for like 3 straight hours, and yeah, it was frankly embarrassing because I didn't realize they were so much better than me, right? So I like had the attitude of like, yeah, I'm really good at chess, and then when I left, I was like, no, I'm not. No, those guys are really good at chess. So then in subsequent visits, I have had my expectations properly tailored to the actual situation at hand, and then it was fine. All right. NM Chess to Impress says that Hurry Joey was the MVP. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for the games. I think before we leave today, we should do 1 or 2 puzzle inceptions. I don't know if Mr. Chess to Impress has seen this thing. It's quite cool. This is on chesspuzzle.net, and the way it works is simple as this. It's a position, not a puzzle. You just have to say who's winning and why, and if you think there's a tactic in the position, then you have to identify it. Coffee Chess is brutal. We have a Wednesday night blitz group that is equally strong. Yeah, those like when you're in an over the board game, there's a little number by them, right? And but you just roll up next to some random chess player. You don't expect everyone to destroy you when you're at my level. I'm not saying I'm great at chess, but like if I roll up to a random park where a couple people are playing chess, I kind of assume that I'm going to be pretty good. So I was not pretty good. I was pretty terrible. All right, so let's take a look at this one position real quick, so that people who haven't seen this can get a look at this. By the way, no affiliation with chesspuzzle.net. They're not sponsoring the show or anything. Ant Hammer showed me this, and I don't know. I really have been enjoying it as part of my process. Okay, so first thing I'm looking at is Do I have a tactic? It doesn't seem like I would have a tactic. The pieces are not loose for white. There's nothing like cute that I see. Like the most forcing thing would be something like queen c2. Then they take, rook takes. Yes, that rook is looking pretty good, but they can play rook d2, and maybe we trade rooks. It actually helps them develop their knights. I don't think there's a tactic, but I also do think black is ahead. Like if we look at just looking at white's pieces, their knights are on the back rank. This pawn on d4 is sort of holding back the knights. So the question is, do we have a good place to put the queen to continue trying to extend our lead? I kind of like queen c4, attacking the pawn, continuing to defend the pawn. I guess maybe knight a3 could be a challenge. If knight a3, I don't know, maybe we play queen c3, and then if takes, maybe we take with the pawn and start exerting some more pressure. I'm having a hard time deciding whether black has an edge, black is winning, or it's balanced, and I'm being overly optimistic for black. This is the part I struggle with most, is identifying exactly what is happening. I think I have to say black has an edge. The two bishops look nice. They feel like they're going to have an advantage long term in this position. So black has an edge. So now my question is black winning or not? The site is really cool. I'm working on a book and or chessable course with a similar idea. Oh, awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Because my dream is to have someone every week send me, say, a PDF with 9 puzzles on it. I do not know what they are. I don't know if I'm trying to draw, if I'm losing and I'm trying to defend, if I have a tactic, if it's trying to push a positional edge. And just for the week, that's my homework, and that's what I do every week. It's just these 9 puzzles. Like, that seems like exactly what I need right now. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to say black is winning. I'm going to go with black is winning. And I think my move would be queen c4. Nothing elaborate. Black is indeed winning. Is there a tactic? There is not a tactic. It just says black is winning because black's piece activity is better. King safety, material advantage. I have a material advantage? That I didn't even realize. And it says queen c2 actually would be best, which, that's reasonable. I could see that also as being good. That's always been the weakest part of chess. Yeah, it's really hard. All right, we're going to do one more. So we got that one. Another position where it just doesn't look like a tactical position to me. I mean, we've got this bishop fianchettoed on g7 that could have some sort of discovery on that knight, but the knight's well guarded. We could play like knight h5, but that's not really a tactic. That's just, you know, I mean, if nothing else, we would be trading for the bishop. So this is a positional game that we're evaluating. I would rather be white here. I can say that. But it feels quite balanced. It feels like kind of a regular balanced position where white has an easier game but is not winning. I won't be shocked if the computer says that they have an edge due to like maybe a little bit of a space advantage with the d-pawn, a little bit more piece activity. But for me, I would think this is pretty balanced. I'm going to go with balanced. If you tell me that I have a critical move, then I probably would. Yeah, that's what I was talking about the other day with somebody. Is like, I feel like I figured out. Ooh, okay. So is that white has a slight edge? I think so. White has an edge because of piece activity and space advantage. Exactly what I said. Okay. I feel like the ultimate way to cheat, actually, at a chess tournament is like way more subtle than we're thinking about. All you need is a stronger player that never even walks by your board unless there is a tactic. And then all they do is they just walk by your board. They don't communicate with you. They don't say anything. They just walk by your board, and that's how you know you have a tactic. And I think that would earn me like 500 points. Like, there's so many tactics I miss. If I just had, I used to say if you had someone tap you on the shoulder and go like, hey, you have a tactic. But I think you could set up a system. I don't know why I'm saying this, and now people might be tempted to do it. Don't cheat. Like, there's no point. So, like, that I also don't understand. Like, at my level, cheating would be absurd, right? I understand why if you are making a living on chess and have to win, the temptation. I don't understand the temptation to be like, I want to cheat at chess and be less bad. Like, I don't understand that at all. But it does seem like I think we're thinking much too elaborately. Like, you have to have a earpiece or something. At the highest level, that's different because they don't just make blunders all the time and have tactics everywhere. But at my level, if someone set that up, their rating would go up a lot. All right, since I lost that one, we're gonna do one more. But it's annoying because I feel like I also did get it. Like, everything it said, I said. I still think that was a pretty balanced position. Okay. And I wonder if we need to change the threshold at all for what's balanced and what's not. I don't know. I'm not good enough to be able to make that assessment. Okay, so first things first. We can take on G5. It is very forcing. If bishop takes, then bishop takes. Oh, and the queen is there too. So if pawn takes and the rook takes our rook, we have to take back. Then bishop takes. Actually, do we have to take back? Rook takes. We could take with the bishop, threatening the queen. Oh, but then they could take our rook with check. So there's definitely something happening. I'm not sure if it's good enough to be a win or not. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Yeah, I don't think it works. I don't think we can take the G pawn. Is there something else we can do though? Can we take the knight? Let's say queen takes. Queen takes, pawn takes. Oh yeah, then we could push G5 and have a nice pawn fork. So that would win. So let's look at that again. Bishop takes, pawn takes, fork. Bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes, fork. So yes, so white is winning with the tactic of bishop takes, knight, and then we have our David versus Goliath maneuver. By the way, I'm walking by your board. Oh no. White wins. Okay. Solution is bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes. So what I like about this so much is that, like, it's really training me to figure out when there's a tactic in a position, right? Like, it's really quite helpful for that, where I'm like, okay, feels like there's a tactic there. Maybe one skips. Okay, 1 second. An important message. Actually, it's not that important. What am I doing? I can respond to that later. Okay. Oh, text. When can you wait? When can you not wait? All right, last one. No tactics here. This is not a tactical position, right? There's not. Everything's guarded. There's no like cool queen maneuvers to check and fork something. Our pieces aren't developed enough. It's really just a positional situation. And in fact, this is a nice little minority attack situation here. If black takes and the knight takes back, I feel like white has an advantage. In fact, maybe a big advantage. And if white takes and black takes back, also like white's game a little bit better, especially with this pawn in the middle exerting a bunch of space advantage. The knights don't look that great. I think white has an edge here. I'm going to go with that. Okay. White has the edge, and the thought is that because of white's piece activity. Okay. All right. There we go. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for today. Yeah. If anyone is up for an interview on Chess Journeys, I had a problem today. I was supposed to be recording right now, and there was an issue. So I will be scrambling once again for an interview this week. Hopefully, I can find someone without too much trouble. And I'll talk to you all next time, everybody. Have a good one.